So currently I have to take this other route to work and it's going good. There's no traffic so far. I'm gonna record on my phone and I'm gonna try to do my best to do the best because you're technically supposed to be working, not doing a video, but yeah. You guys understand. This one's for you guys. If I get fired from this, I have another job, it's okay. So after you clock in, once you get there, you want to head to the lockers, and out of the lockers you want to grab a phone. This phone is going to be like your working device. Basically everything you do will be on this phone. And then once you sign in and stuff, it's going to give you like notifications, announcements, chats with managers, just important things you need to know. And then it's going to have you like fill out a survey. The survey is pretty much pointless, but just answer to the best of your ability. And then right here. And then these are like my shopping bags, and they have like the cardboard pieces, those inside of them on the bottom. And they also have like well, they're not in there yet. I like to fill my bags up first, like a liner that you'll see. So yeah, I usually like to do one at the top, two at the back. Ice cream bags for like frozen things. You put the ice cream in there and you seal it. And then you always have to have produce bags on your cart with you. So I just have like a roll. You also need gloves, and my gloves, I'm gonna have to get them downstairs. I don't know what happened to them, they were on my cart, but yeah, so you always need gloves when you pick. Alright, so basically what you do is you have an order on your phone, and then you click, this is what the item looks like, this is what we're looking for. I do have my other glove on. I like to have one on and one off just because when you're picking things, you have to text the customer too, and it makes it easier. So I do have a glove on this hand, but the hand that I use to operate the phone does not have a glove on it. But this is the item that we're looking for. Tells you the size, the price, everything. It tells you what aisle and section it is in at the top. Yeah. Sometimes it'll have things like two, like there's the number 2 right there. That just means we have to pick 2 of those. So for the waffles and here's your section. As I mentioned earlier, that is the like cooler lining that you put in a bag for your chilled and frozen bags. But yeah, it just goes in there and then you just put all your other stuff around it, as you'll see. Here I'm using a freezer bag for the ice cream. Any ice cream or like ice cream kind of looking things always have to go in this bag, and I guess that prevents them from spilling if they like defrost or something. But yeah, anything with ice cream goes in like these little bags that you have, and then you just put that in the bag with the rest of your stuff, but it always goes separate from the others. Here I have some kind of meat. All meats go in a produce bag, and they say to try to keep them separate. Sometimes when you have like very few items or like a lot of items, it's kind of hard to do that. But all meats that you have to go in a produce bag. There are no exceptions, like bacon, hot dogs, pork, ground beef, all of that, it has to go in a produce bag. So once you're finished, you're going to count all your bags and then you're going to type it into the phone. I have another clip that's going to come after this that's going to explain a little bit more about that, but yeah. Then what you want to do is you want to go to your Zebra and you want to print labels for your bags. You want to pick however many bags you have, that's how many labels you want to print, and that includes like the big things. So the two sodas or water cans that you saw on the bottom, those get counted as their own bag. Okay, each staging desk has a Sharpie. Some people bring their own Sharpies just because those ones might not always work, and you're not really supposed to use the staging desk unless you have like 60 plus items, and that's because it helps, like the more you use the staging desk, it decreases your time and it goes down, and you know, Amazon's all about rates and it's gotta be fast. So what I do is I just label the labeling sticker with what area it goes in. So if it's a chilled bag, I'm going to put a C on it for chilled. If it goes in ambient, I put an A on for ambient. And that's just because when you do that, like you don't want to have to undo your bag to figure out what item it goes on. And then I have the green stickers for the big items because they don't really have labels like to close the bag. So you just put that on there and you scan that as your sticker, and you'll see what I'll do with that afterwards. It's kind of hard to see, but I mean, this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. So what you do is you go and you scan the refrigerator first. And then once you scan the refrigerator, it's going to ask you for a bag, and then that's when you scan the barcode that's on the bag. So just remember that it's always the location first, then the bag or the item, and if you're doing a big item. But yeah, I'm just going to redo that repeatedly, and then I'm going to like move on to the different sections. I do want to point out that you also want to make sure your bag is facing all the same direction. You want to make sure the barcode is facing the front so it makes it easier for the drivers, and if it goes in on the side, you want to make sure that the right side is facing like you if you're walking into the refrigerator. So now I'm gonna do my big items. I'm pretty sure it's like this at all places, but our big items always go on the bottom shelf. You don't put them on any other rack except for the bottom rack, just because they're heavier, and I'm pretty sure they'll break the racks, and it's just the way they organize it. So you take one of the stickers and you put it on there. It doesn't really matter how you put it on there as long as the drivers can scan the sticker or the picker if there is a pickup order, and then you just put it in the location. I like to make sure I put all big things just so I don't forget them at one time. And you do the same thing you do for the bag. You just scan, you get the phone, and then you scan the location, and then you're gonna scan the green label as if it were a bag, but the green sticker just helps label it as like a big item instead of a bag. Okay, so right now I'm on my break. This is my last order and this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna hit done staging and then it's gonna take you to the order summary. Every single order, this is what's different from the warehouse. Every single order will tell you how much the order costs. So it'll tell you how much the customer paid for that order, for the items you pick, with like the weight being adjusted and everything like that. So that's the one difference at the warehouse. It just tells you pick your items and that's pretty much it. So it tells you where the bags were shelved and how much it cost and how many items there were. So then you just hit complete order after that. And it's gonna say, you're about to complete this order, do you wish to proceed? And then you're gonna say continue. And it's gonna say, okay, thank you. Gives you a thank you message. And you hit okay again. And as soon as you do that, it assigns you another order, if y'all can see. So my manager says not to hit it right away because we have elevators and the time, as soon as you hit accept order, the time starts to how long you take to pick that order. And like the longer you take, the more your like speed goes down. So obviously right now I'm gonna hit on break, but I'm gonna show you what happens if you don't hit anything. Like I think it's like a minute. It gives you a minute to pick your order, or to hit accept. But if you don't pick it, I'm gonna show you what happens when that happens. So yeah, give me a second. It's gonna show up. But yeah, this is what the screen that it gives you. Performing other tasks is not something you really use. That's only something like if you're talking to a manager, you use that, or like if they assign you a task to do, you use that. But like you don't use performing other tasks. And if you do, my manager, so what happens is when you don't answer or pick an order, it calls you and then it just, basically the phone call just says you have a notification waiting for you to answer it. Some phones, it'll say Jeff Bezos on the top. So when I first started working, I thought Jeff Bezos was really calling me. This was the day he quit too. So I thought he was really calling me and I was so excited. And she was like, no, like that's just when you took too long to pick your order. So yeah, right now I'm on break and it says a message that I'm currently unavailable because I'm on break. So breaks for Whole Foods are 20 minutes long. You have 20 minutes to do whatever you please. You can leave, do whatever, eat lunch in the break room, yada yada yada. I personally don't eat lunch in the break room. I don't know. I just prefer to eat in my car by myself, do my own thing, you know? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess this video is more of just like a pre-training day, because technically they do go over everything. Like they're not just gonna tell you, okay, here's your phone, go do what you gotta do. They're gonna train you first. So I guess everything I'm telling you guys is what they're gonna tell you in training. So I guess you'll be like a little bit more prepared and like you'll know what you're kind of doing, kind of sort of. One thing that you do want to do is make sure that you already have a different email. You need a brand new email, one that you've never used before, that you just made like the day before. You do need that to start working for Amazon. And just because if you use like another Amazon email or like an email that's already created, like it'll log you out of your account because it thinks you have like another Amazon account. So yeah, just make sure you have a brand new email when you start. I didn't know that and it made the process longer. So just make sure you come with a brand new email. And the weirdest thing is, one day when I was at work, one day I arrived to work, and as soon as I got there, this girl comes up to me, or this woman comes up to me, and she was like, are you a YouTuber? And I was like, like my inside just cringed, because I don't know why, but when people tell me they watch my videos, I think when I watch my own videos, I literally cringe at them. Like, you guys might think it's funny, but I cringe at them so hard. But yeah, so I had like a little cringe moment, but I was like, yeah, I am. She was like, oh, I watched one of your videos one time, and I was just like, that's awkward. She was just like, yeah, I'm gonna start at the warehouse, yada yada yada. But she was like, your videos are really good, like, and really informative. And I was like, thank you so much. I was like, that's so cringy knowing that she watched my videos. But she was like, yeah, I saw you one day and you had like a hoodie on and it said Saucy K. And I was like, yeah, I did. And then they made me put it on a vest. So yeah. Okay, this is the vest. They make you wear this vest when you wear name brand logos on your hoodie. Not everybody has a vest. The vest is not mandatory, but they make you wear that if you have like name brands on your hoodies, clothing, all that other stuff, because they like it plain, like Whole Foods, like you're not allowed to have logos, designs, none of that stuff. There are work things. I should do a video on things that I hate that were created at work, like piercings, tattoos. Who called that unprofessional? I'd like to know. Body art, yes sir. But yeah,
So you do have to wear the vest if you have like name brands that make you put it on, cover it up, yada yada yada. But the one thing I don't understand about Amazon is you get merch or whatever, like they'll give you items, clothing, yada yada yada, whatever you want. So the one thing that I don't understand about that is that one day I saw this girl, she came in with like an Amazon hoodie on. On the side of the hoodie, it literally said Adidas, and I was like, so we can't wear name brands, but the name brand's literally on the hoodie. How does that make sense? But I don't understand it. Anyways, Amazon, if you're watching this, please change that.
Okay guys, that concluded this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said at the beginning of the video, this would probably be my last video for a long time for Amazon related content, just because I want to focus my channel on other things.